A book that has a trailer with some of my favorite music videos in it, I am in. Pete Crighton wrote the Vinyl Diaries to chronicle his love of music and his loves, and he joins us today. I was so excited to read this book because so many of your music loves are mine as well.
It's great. I love when people respond like that.
And I even brought in my own record collection here. So Adam Ant was he plays a thread in this musical diary.
He sure does. I'm thrilled you have these still. And these are your originals.
Yes, these are my original albums. Yes.
But yeah, he played a big part in sort of my discovery of music, but also my discovery of sort of sexual awareness. He was sort of that first artist that I was like, oh, I'm more interested in you than I should be, maybe.
Because he was a man, and you're right, you mentioned a line in there that had he come out now, because I don't know if people know who Adam Ant is, but I mean, if he had come out as somebody wearing makeup, wearing kind of like colonial clothes, or he was a highway dandyman, right? If he had come out now, it'd be kind of like, oh,
what's going on here?
How many cultures is he appropriating there? But at the time it was like, well, what is he?
Yeah, he was a fascinating character for me. Yeah.
And at the same time you were trying to figure out, okay, what am I?
What am I? I know the 80s were so confusing to be a gay man because you know, you had people like Freddie Mercury who were still in the closet, and Elton John married to a man, or to a woman, I should say.
At that point, yes.
And so for a young gay kid, it was sort of very confusing trying to make sense of your sexuality when all this was happening, but no one was gay in public awareness.
Right, and you talk very vividly, and again, this is kind of it's graphic, so
sometimes
you go
a little spicy.
Into spicy. I like that. So it's kind of like a book for maybe an older crowd, an 18 plus.
Maybe that's probably or at least parents should read it first before their kids do.
Yes,
maybe.
but I loved how you explained like how music kind of helped you along, and it eventually got you into writing this book.
Yeah, totally. It was always a private love, and it was a way. My record collection and listening to music was a way to sort of escape from the world. So I love now that it's become a way for me to communicate with the world and tell my stories and talk about music and my own queerness and use it as a connecting point rather than a place to hide.
Do you still find new artists now who are kind of like, oh, okay, I get it, or that's going to help me with another avenue?
For sure, yeah. You know, there's all kinds of people who I have a lot of friends who text me like, oh, you got to check this out, you got to listen to that song. You know, like FKA Twigs is one of those artists that I was like, oh, she's doing something kind of interesting and different and really owning her own sense of self. And those are the kind of artists I really respond to.
Right. It took me back because I started my career in the mid-'80s when the AIDS crisis was just starting, and it was like, what is this? And you were like, your fear of that and your fear of commitment.
Very real. Yeah, you know, I mean, you lived through it. The misinformation was rife. We had no idea how it was transmitted. You know, was it airborne? Could you get it from touching someone? It was just all so scary. And the main message I heard was that if you have sex as a gay man, you will die. And it was, that outcome seemed real. And, you know, it wasn't.
And changed a whole generation.
But it changed an entire generation, for sure. And I think for those of us like me, who are just too young to be sort of sexually active or out in the world, it created a very different sort of set of trauma or experience watching this whole other thing play out. And so many men just disappeared. Right,
and you wrote this during another epidemic.
Yeah.
COVID.
Crazy, I know, never would have thought that, but yeah, that one of the only gifts COVID gave me was time. And I used a lot of the time to really write and think about the story I wanted to tell. Yeah. And that was kind of a gift for me.
Okay, your book is a huge gift to readers, and it will help explain a lot, but yeah, I love your love of music.
Oh, thank you.
Good choices,
well, come over and listen to records sometime.
Okay, The Vinyl Diaries by Pete Crighton is out now, and we'll get your links up on our website at chch.com/morninglive.